Hey, no one's here, of course, yet, but that's fine. Let's see. Start. Let's go. Oh, there I am. Very nice. Let's code. Don't need this. It's fine. Oh, I just noticed I'm not signed in my chat. Once again. Let's see. Now I can see chat, by the way, for a second. Yes, it's me. Almost. Let's go, Matthew. Hey, thanks for joining, Matthew. Let's see here. Should do not disturb. Yeah. Cool. Here we are. I don't know what today will bring, by the way. Just felt like doing some coding and talking to some people if they wanted to join. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna make a pretty big change. Another one to Tempest, like right before beta, right before we don't want to do any breaking changes. I want to do another breaking change. Not super big today, though. I hope, maybe. We'll have to see. Let's see here. Middleware initializer? No, router initializer it is. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Good. So, hello Joris in Twitch as well. Glad you're here. What we want to do today is refactor something. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Loving your broadcasting format, Tage in Weimar, or something like that. Thank you, Tage in Weimar. What is it? German? I don't know. Deutsch. It's the way I pronounced it, but maybe it's wrong. What we want to do. So, we have middleware in Tempest, right? And not just for HTTP requests. We have middleware for let's see here, filter over here. Can I write interface here? No. We have HTTP middleware. We have console middleware. We have event bus middleware, and we have command bus middleware. We have middleware. Yes. Hey, Aiden. Now I'm suddenly stressing out because Aiden's here. And so middleware goes in between stuff basically. And the thing is, in Tempest, middleware isn't discovered. And there's a reason for it. And the reason is that in some cases, we need to control the order of the middleware. We need to be sure that some middleware goes before other middleware. And there aren't many cases of this, but for console, let's see here, we have the resolve or rescue middleware and the overview middleware, I think as well, overview middleware. And so a console command comes in, an invocation, and it goes through all the middleware layers until it reaches the command handler, right? But there are two special middlewares at the very start of the flow, and they will determine, like they will handle some special cases, and it's important that they go first, but I don't remember why. No, the overview middleware is actually pretty simple. If there's no command given, like no command name, we will render the overview of the console, right? Let's see. Yeah, we'll render this view over here. So this one, it makes sense that this one goes first, right? Because if there's no command, then nothing else should happen, basically, and we just return exit code success. The resolve or rescue middleware also needs to happen pretty quickly, because let's see here. Oh yeah, it will, like when you write a command slightly wrong, it will try to figure out the right command and then ask for confirmation. So for example, we have a some tail commands, right? Oh, there is, of course, tail. So this is the resolve or rescue. We've written a command that doesn't really exist, but there are some matches here. I don't know why do matches, actually. That's weird. But tail, schedule tasks, TA, tail project, you know? So that one has to go first as well. And then there was another one, I think. I don't remember which, honestly. Caution, no. Console exception middleware? No, it doesn't really matter either. The thing is, let's see here. Console application initializer, I believe it's in. No, it's not. Let's see. Where is this one added to the stack? Oh, it's just in config. See, that's different than HTTP middleware already, which is annoying. Router route config. Yeah, so there's some inconsistency here already. So for console middleware, this is the order, right? But for HTTP middleware, it's added in. There's only one middleware we really need, I believe, but it's added in the initializer. That's already like two ways of doing the same thing. I really don't like that. We need to fix that. But yeah, we need to make sure that the order of these ones are correct. But in general, I actually think it's only these two, if I remember correctly. These two need to go first, basically. That's it. But in general, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this one goes first or that one or that one. Like, and that's kind of the nature of middleware. Let's move some stuff around. Let's see if it works. So this still works. Let's see, help. I actually don't know. Yeah, we don't really have a help command. But like over here, so help still works. I don't know if there's a caution. Let's see here. T caution. These are just test commands. Did you mean caution? Yes, caution confirmed. See, actually, I don't know. But the point is like these, the order of most middleware doesn't matter. But for in some cases, you need you need to say that this has to go first, basically, or this has to go before the other one. And there are two ideas to do this. It should be optional. So we're going to discover middleware, just discover it, right? That's going to be the default thing, and you won't have control over the order. And so the best practice should be that middleware, when you use middleware, they should not depend on other middleware that goes before or after it. But if you really need that option, we're going to add an attribute to control it. So yeah, there's again some spam in Twitch. That's so annoying. I need someone who wants to moderate the Twitch chat. But that's a side note. So yeah, how do we define the order of middleware? My idea was, and I liked it, other people didn't, was to add something like middleware priority, or just priority could work as well, and then add a number here. Right, and the lower the number, and maybe we could say like framework priority is negative, just as a convention, like to the thing that goes first. And then if you really need to, you can figure out which middleware you need priority over, and then add a smaller number. Basically, it doesn't really work always, of course, because like you get in problems. Because what if there are like weird collisions and there's no number free anymore? So. So the other idea is to have something like this. So overview, when we add priority here, but this is like let's go to the second one. Let's go to the second one. Console exception middleware. It has to go after overview middleware. So priority after console exception middleware. Something like this. Could be an array as well, optionally, if you need multiple thingies. So, oh, Enzo is here now as well. Okay, maybe only allow an enum instead of an arbitrary integers. So yeah, hang on. And so that's option number 3. But this is the option you propose, right? The problem here, but I already solved the problem, is what if you need like what over here? This should be the first one. So, but then you could just say something like before or null, and like force it to be the first one, right? And then the third option is to have something like priority, priority, high, highest, low, something like this, and like to only have a couple of categories. Okay, so those are the 3 options. And they all come down, like internally, all of them would work the same. They would convert to some kind of number, right? The enum one is the easiest. We would probably have 5 priorities, something like this, right? But internally, it would just be a number. The before thingy, the before or after, this is interesting. Because, and this might be the reason why I want to try to do this, because this allows you to have like to build a dynamic priority list based on all the definitions, but eventually just convert to numbers and yeah, just well, I don't know, brain fog. It's okay. And then my number approach is just, figure it out yourself. So let's see here. I think it's worth noting Symfony and Laravel approach. Worth noting, Aiden cannot write anymore. Say Symfony and Laravel approach this with the priority number and framework stuff is kind of set manually in. I don't know what you. Hang on, I have to read this a couple of times. Aiden is saying this. I think it's worth noting Symfony and Laravel approach this. Oh. I get it now. I think it's worth noting Symfony and Laravel approach this with the priority number and framework stuff is kind of set manually in an array order. I think Aiden is saying something array. Like they just use the array index. Yeah, that's the config approach, right? That's what we have now. You control the order manually. But I don't want to do that because if you do this, you cannot discover middleware, which is annoying. So priority takes priority numbers. Aiden, I don't know, are you writing on mobile or something? Because Priority numbers take more planning from the developer. Before or after, I'm envisioning some odd conditions arise. True. So that's what I worry about with before and after as well. Like, what if you end up in some kind of deadlock? So yeah, that's yeah. But still, but it like the way I'm getting excited about this, but the way I want to approach the before and after is pretty cool. And I think it can work. I was thinking about it during the weekend, and it will, as far as I know, it will prevent any deadlocks, but it might not be able to cover all the cases. But I don't think anything will. Like the fixed enum approach is limited because you only have a fixed number of priorities. Conceptually, it's the easiest, and maybe it might actually solve most of the use cases. I don't know. So yeah, hang on. Enzo is also writing, we can allow falling back to the config defaulting to discovery with a priority attribute. Yes, this is something I thought of as well. Let me actually, I should really get a way to show the chat messages here. But we can allow falling back to config defaulting to discovery with, yeah, so true. So we can have this array being empty, basically. It's probably, you cannot do it in config. I think you need to do it in an initializer. So let's go here. We could do something like this. We could say, allow people to say something like router set middleware, and then router get middleware, and then just, I don't know, change the order or add some stuff, my custom middleware class, something like this, you know. If you really need like just full control, build it your own and have that option available. Could be. I think that's more like a feature that we should add when the need arises, honestly. Chun here in chat. Hang on, folks. Chun, I don't know, Chun. I heard PHP was good again. I haven't touched it since PHP 5 on Twitch. Cool. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you will like understand why PHP is good. If I manage to explain myself good enough, well enough, then I might be the limiting factor here today. So yeah, Aiden meanwhile on YouTube is trying to explain, and I see like message retracted. If I set class, I'm gonna copy it because like it's yeah. If I set class B before A, but then set class B to after C, yeah, and then class C after class A, we have a mess. True. But the way I want to approach it means that this won't fail. Like it won't like end up in a deadlock, but it will have weird like consequences, right? Maybe we should detect that and throw an error. So, important thing as well, userland should have a way to remove the built-in middleware. No, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, but yeah, Enzo is right. But I think in that case, we just need to provide like this array, basically. And if it's empty, then we're gonna resolve middleware, I think, maybe. If it's not empty, we'll discover it automatically. I agree that we need some kind of override mechanism, but yeah, it's one of these things that I figure can be added afterwards, like after 1.0. The thing is, if you want discovery for middleware, we need to add it now, because that would be a breaking change if we didn't add it afterwards, because suddenly all middleware will be discovered by default, right? So yeah. So I made a mess here. Let's roll back everything. Let's say new branch, middleware priority, and so I want to do some experimentation with like the before and after thing. Let's see. are the problem currently is that we don't really have something reusable for middleware. There are 4 implementations, and they basically, well, they don't copy. The reason there are 4 implementations is because there are differences to the middleware. So I do think we still have like our framework namespace here, which is basically just the dumping ground, right? So I want to experiment, right? I can make it. I can do it in a Scratch file as well. Let's do it in a Scratch file. So let's say we have a class priority. Construct a public array before. I'm actually gonna use string for now. And it should be nullable. String or null. String or null. After. Ooh. After. And then we have class A. Ooh. Class B. Class C. What's the error here? Non-enum class cannot implement interface backed enum. No idea. Let's copy path. Require ones, yeah, like this. Let's see if like what's the problem here. New A. It works. I think it's just because I'm in a Scratch file. Okay, so let's say C should go first, right? So we say I'm gonna say priority C equals new priority, and C should go before, well, nothing actually. Let's write it like this. Just it should go before nothing. And then we have priority B, new priority. It should go after C. Yes. We start with a simple example, and we're trying things out here, right? So some way we need to sort these things now. And I was thinking, what if we just assign numbers, like priority numbers, based on what the definitions we have here? So we have a list, we have our priorities is an array of priority C, B, and A. And like the order shouldn't matter here, right? So I'm gonna scramble them a little bit. Actually, let's say array rand. Right? Okay. So when we print this out, boom, we have, oh, no, shuffle. And then we need, of course, array. Oh, then we have, oh yeah, we do shuffle. Priorities. Okay. C, A, yeah. Okay, so they're always random. And we need to make sure that they end up in the right order, right? So what I was thinking, let's import. Yeah. What I was thinking, so we assign a number. I don't know if it. Let's see. Public int or index. I'm gonna call it index. So every priority starts from, let's say, 100, right? And then we need to search for every class whether there are other priorities. Yeah, so it's a double loop, right? So for each priorities as priority, and that's it, priority to test basically, and then we'll loop over all priorities again. And we do need like public string for something like this, for and then say C class, B class, A class. Whoop, whoa, whoa, whoa. A class. Yeah. Okay, CBA. Yeah, okay. CBA. Yeah. So then we'll loop overall priorities, priority to compare. And then we say, so if priority to test, let's actually do something like this, public equals bool or is self other, and then we'll say return this for equals other for, basically. Yeah. So if priority to test is, well, no, equals is better. No, not equals, no, is. Then we'll just continue, because if it's the same priority, it doesn't matter. If it's another priority, we'll check. So if priority to compare before, why? Yeah, okay. Let's add some blocks here. var priority priority to test, and then also priority to compare. Now, if priority to compare before equals priority to test for, so if, yeah, then something needs to go before us. So we need to priority to test index, we need to subtract our index. If priority to compare after is the same as us, then we'll say priority to test, and then we'll increase the index, right? So, yeah, I don't think this is entirely correct, but then we'll say priorities sort by callback function priority A, priority B, and then we'll compare their index basically, and then we'll say priorities equals. So now let's see. No, it changes. Does it change? It changes. Oh, so there are cases where this doesn't work. Oh no. So this was my idea. Priority test. Oh, yeah, hang on. Priority to test index, priority compare index -1. Yeah, you're right. Is priority to compare index -1. Yeah, and then over here, priority +1. Yeah. A, B, C. No, it still changes. Yeah, B, A, C. Oh, okay, but that's okay, because B and A. But hang on, why the index should be changed here, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. I'm going to rename this, because main priority compare priority. So if, let's see, if before, no, if after, okay, let's say we have C here, we loop over all classes, and after matches here, and we say, oh, no, it should be compare priority that we update, actually. Still, it doesn't matter. Well, B got 101 now, actually. No. So yeah. So how about we just have like an enum? Yeah. Okay, so B should go after C. So it got an index of 101. True. Is that always the case? Let's see. B after C. It's random, but B. No, C here? I think it's because of the order. You wrote compare priority twice. Uh-oh. Totally right. Yeah, because this should be main priority now. Still. Keep it simple. Yeah, Aiden, let's keep it simple. I mean, this wasn't my idea. We'll just use a number, right? Still, but I think this, I'm missing something very obvious, but this seemed like such a smart idea. So yeah, if it should go before, yeah, it should, yeah, this is definitely what it should do. If it goes after, then it should have a higher one than the thing we're comparing to, than the main priority. Do we ever end up here? Because it feels like, hey, yeah, we do. It seemed like such a smart idea. It's probably not. Using explicit order of middleware definition seems very obvious to me, says Shudder. Yes, that could also be an answer, right? We don't want discovery for middleware. But it's so not Tempest-like. And I don't know, like, the... let's see here. I have... I do have some middleware here, right? And it gets so annoying pretty fast because over here, middleware implements HTTP middleware. Yeah. Oh, don't have... just search for it. But everything was changed here. I don't know where the middleware thingies are anymore. Middleware redirects. Oh yeah, okay. Over here. This one. So you create a middleware, right? And it doesn't matter when it happens, honestly. And most middlewares don't matter. They shouldn't matter. There are only are a handful of middlewares where it should matter. And so you end up, yeah, this is my hack for it, right? Within the middleware, I just add an event handler. When the kernel is booted, I'll add add myself, basically. Then figure it out. And in this case, you don't have control over the order. You just get added to, like, at the end of the stack, basically. We could also just have prepend middleware, append, but still, it's kind of. Still doesn't fix it. Sorry, I was trying something out. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the answer is that, like, manual control is better. I don't really like this. And what I didn't want to do in this case is to, like, is to have like to create a let's see, a routes.config.php return new route config, then middleware, and then you need to remember the ones built in as well. Cookie, set cookie middleware, set cookie middleware. Why isn't it auto search set cookie middleware, right? And then redirect middleware. This is just so much overhead that like in most cases we don't need. So I don't know. I don't know. Aiden, Enzo, or anyone else, say something in chat. What do we need here? So one thing that is obvious, like this thing is the middleware properties is missing for route config. That's an issue. I think event bus middleware event bus config. Sure. See, it's over here. Command bus config probably also has it. Yeah, over here, and then console command config. Console config. Let's go over here. Console config. Yeah. Okay. So the array is missing for the router. That's obvious. Aiden says, my vote would be this. Initial order in config takes priority. Agree. Priority attribute for other stuff, and discovery just adds it to the end of the stack. Okay. Anything in the config has highest priority. You can add to the end of that by using the highest priority as well, probably 0 or 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Like a little bit of both, right? So we keep this array, but we will also, so in that case we would have to add like do not discover, but that's not really an issue that we can do. And then these are like the default middlewares of the framework, right? They do not discover. That makes sense. And then we say anything else is discovered and just append it to that array. I mean, it's pretty easy to implement this. That's not a problem. Do we have like a make discovery command already? Yeah, we do. Make, but yeah, no, it won't work because it needs to go in the right place. Well, it will work if I am like bother to come up with the right name. Let's try it. Let's try it. It's in Tempest console, right? Yeah, let's try it out. Class name Tempest console. What are we making discovery for middleware? Console middleware discovery. Tempest console. Yeah, okay. Did it end in the right place? No. Oh, it ended in log. This is a bug. It didn't edit. No, okay, it's a bug. Might have to do with. Well, I'm pretty sure it's because we have like the mono repo set up here. It's okay. It's okay. We can do it like this. Do we have? Yeah, we do have discovery for console commands and schedule. Let's add it over here. Console middleware discovery. Like this, implements discovery. No. Use is discovery. Then, yeah, that's better. That doesn't solve removal of middleware though, which is Enzo's main concern as well. True. So what's the conclusion then? This isn't possible. Like there is a reason why we don't discover middleware. Yeah. Let's go back here for a second to my redirect middleware. So let's say I want to add this middleware, but I want to remove the set cookies middleware, which comes with the framework. So that's not possible right now, actually. And it would be super trivial to have this router remove middleware. That's not a problem at all. Set cookie middleware. This wouldn't be the place where we put it, but I mean, adding this method is no issue. It should probably go on route config though. But I can just hear Aiden thinking right now, like, this is why we need service classes, like or service providers. Which, I mean, just make a class, call it, like, make it listen to the kernel, event boot it, and you have a service provider. Wow, I cannot remember that name. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to solve. I don't think the only other thing I can think about is, and it might be a little bit more Tempest-like. I'm gonna use the console. So let's say you want to remove stuff. You would do it like this: console.config.php. I'm gonna use console because there are more middleware there. Return new console config. And then you say middleware, and then you just, nothing gets added anymore, nothing gets discovered. It's just what you provide here. But then we cannot discover, right? Or we need to store our discovered middleware stack somewhere else, which isn't the problem, of course. So let's say we keep this empty. Yes, we keep this empty, right? And as soon as this one isn't empty, it means we're just going to use this, whatever's defined here, like full control by the user. But if it is empty, we'll build our middleware stack based on what we discovered, plus, like, to start with, the things provided by Tempest by default. I don't know if that's better than, just saying remove the middleware. I feel like it gives the most flexibility though, right? the downside with live streaming on YouTube is that there's like a 30-second delay. So I have to wait now for Aiden and Enzo to say something. Or someone else. I think it feels pretty natural, right? If you define your middleware config here, that's just it. You're in charge. If you have nothing here, if it's empty, couldn't even make it null. To differentiate between having no middleware and using the default approach. I think that makes more sense actually. If it's null, then we'll discover stuff. Now Adrian is coming in saying the video is a bit stop motion, and I just realized I'm on Wi-Fi. I hope that works. I hope the stream is still fine. Hang on. Yeah, okay. That should hopefully... Oh no. Hang on. Yeah, there isn't a common activity issue. They actually might be working in the street. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, I think I got a message earlier that the internet company would work in the street this week. But it seems better now. Okay, then maybe it was the Wi-Fi stuff. Okay. We'll see. I think this makes the most sense, honestly. It's a bit more manual work for us, but that's okay. I need to clean some things up, but that's good. And Aiden and Enzo aren't talking anymore, so I guess they agree. The thing that the most difficult thing here is that we will need to yeah, it's still not okay. Oh, that sucks. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely not really good. Well, a bit better now. Yeah, but OBS is saying, oh. Yeah, there's definitely a connectivity issue. Okay, so I'll need to go debug that. I think it's because of the work in the street. So that means I have to end the stream because this isn't fun to watch. Unfortunately. Okay, but this was a bit of a weird stream. I was going to write some code and I didn't write any code. Yeah, but we did think some things through, so that's good. I'm gonna have to experiment with this a little bit. Yeah, sorry for the internet stuff. I hope it will be fixed. I'll repeat, sorry for the... No, yeah, we're out. Sorry.